there legal thresholds that an employee who is claiming to have been terminated on constructive dismissal, are there minimum thresholds that they must actually prove?
Okay.
That
yes.
This is it.
So there is, and there are thresholds that an employee must demonstrate to the court. And I also must be satisfied as a lawyer before actually taking an employee's case to court for constructive dismissal. So I'll first look at the two tests. I'll ask myself, from a contractual test perspective, was this employee's contract varied unilaterally or fundamentally in a way or in a means to frustrate them? And I'll not repeat those issues. Like you said, withholding my salary, suspending me, demoting me, and despite the fact that I had other roles. Then I will look at the unreasonable test. Was the environment, based on that contract or separately from the contract, was the environment made so difficult that this employee could not continue working there? Then I will look at the next issue. Did this employee raise this concern through the grievance mechanism, assuming there is one? And if there is none, it still doesn't dilute the case because it's not the employee's role to actually create policies towards grievance mechanism. Then I will go to the next issue. I will look at, did this employee resign? Because there must be a resignation letter. And is this resignation actually linked to the frustration? Because you cannot say you resigned because you got a new job, but then you come back and say now that it is the frustration that caused this particular issue. So the resignation, and in America, guys, the America Guy case, the court said there must be a causal link between the resignation and the environment or this particular issue that the tests we have spoken about. So was there a resignation and is there a causal link? And then now there's a question of burden of proof. Remember when we've spoken about unfair termination, we talked about redundancy, summary dismissal. The onus or the burden of proof lies on the employer. So it's the employer to show documentation. But in this case of constructive dismissal, the court has then stated and shifted the burden of proof to the employee. It is you, the employee, who's then expected to demonstrate that indeed there was frustration at the workplace. There was an unreasonable environment at the workplace. There was a causal link. So can you prove it, right? So I'll give you in the case of, like I said, in Rao versus Power, where now she had to demonstrate by attaching the WhatsApp messages where the guy would actually tell her that, you know, sending her messages that have innuendos. She even called an ex-employee to demonstrate that, you know, this lady met me immediately after I had just been raped by my boss.
What?
Yes. So the burden of proof in this case is yours, and therefore it means that are you able to actually demonstrate it? So those are the certain ingredients. Before we even say let us now issue a demand letter or a statement of claim, we must be able to say tick, tick, tick on those things.
So as an employee, you must have complained. You must have sought for help.
For
you to actually prove it was constructive dismissal. You tried to resolve it and it was not resolved. And I just want to emphasize on the link between the cause and the causal link between that and the resignation letter. So in HR, we keep saying that if an employee resigns and saying, I'm resigning because my boss is ABCD, I'm resigning because this and this and this and this, and they tell us if a resignation letter has a reason, refuse it. It's because of now what you're saying. So for the employee, if it is you who is resigning and you want to now talk about constructive dismissal, give your reasons. Give your reason in that resignation letter and say, I'm resigning because I've been raising this, it was not addressed. I've been raising this, it was not addressed. Until now, I have to forfeit I have to walk away. I have to forfeit my fate. So I hope that now gives the whatever.
And if you can tell that that you are being constructively pushed up, dismissed, then by all means, start ensuring that you collect evidence around it. Because you can, if the burden of proof lies with you, our dear listener, then it is actually up to you to ensure that you have that documentation.
The proof, yes.